I'm John Cena, smash the like button. If you believe that dirty-ass Dominik is a better heel than MJF currently.
So one of my subs gave me a great idea for a video. Who do I think will be a future Hall of Famer in the World Wrestling Federation? So here is my top 11 list. I'm not going to bring up Cody Rhodes. I'm not going to bring up the Usos. Guys like that, no. Those are obvious. I'm talking about people on a come-up who are not yet Hall of Famers as we speak. So, one is Gunther. I guarantee this. He will be in Hall of Fame when he retires. If they are trying to set up Gunther versus Goldberg and then Brock Lesnar, then yes, they are trying to make him a future Hall of Famer. Now, I have been very, very critical of Gunther, but I can't deny his push. He is being pushed to the goddamn moon. This guy don't lose, but it's weird. He always loses to small men. I don't get that, but I was the first one, as usual. Good Lord, man. When am I ever wrong? I don't get it. But I was the first one to tell you that Gunther was going to be a star on the main roster. All y'all thought he was going to be released by Vince McMahon. That was laughable, right? Remember? They changed his name, and all you markers were like, oh man, he's done. Gunther is going to be cut by Vince McMahon. Oh man, his name is dumb. His name is Burial. I'm like, nah, bitch. He looks like Gunther. He looks like a Gunther. I don't get it. I was the first guy to say, yes, he looks like a Gunther. That's a cool name. That name fits. At least he is trying to evolve. At least he's trying to accept change. And I knew he was going to be pushed by Vince McMahon. And I was right. Remember? Poor Walter. Oh man, you smarks was jerking off to that tweet by Keith Lee. Man, that tweet pissed me off. Because I'm like, nah, bitch. Gunther is a cool name, and he is going to be a star on the main roster. And then I said, he's going to beat Ricochet for the IC belt, right? I'm on video saying it. I'm on video saying this, right? I said, he's going to beat Ricochet for the IC belt. And then I said, he's going to have a long title reign. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Man, the IWC, man, they went off on Vince McMahon just because he changed his name. I'm like, bruh, Gunther and Walter, what the fuck is the goddamn difference? How is Walter a better name? Let me repeat. How is Walter a better name for a main eventer? Just one name, Walter? That's not a main event name. I can't see Brock versus fucking Walter at WrestleMania. That name is not a headliner. Just Walter? Like, huh? If you name him Gunther, he sounds like a foreign heel that you can push. Man, people did not like that name change. Everybody thought Vince McMahon was going to release him. I'm like, that was never going to happen. You see, this is why I'm always saying that I'm the best. Because nobody on YouTube was championing that name. Everybody did not like that name, man. Besides me, I was the only guy on this platform who actually put over the name Gunther and nobody else. That's why I'm the best. That's why I have the best opinions about fake pro wrestling. How can you deny me? Right? Where's Gunther? I remember it like it was fucking yesterday, man. You hated that fucking name. I didn't. I got 2 videos. I'm going to link it in this video. I said, bruh, who cares about a goddamn name change? It's about the push. How are you going to push this talent with that name change? Because Walter, Gunther, what the fuck is the goddamn difference? It's up to you to make your name famous. It's not up to Vince McMahon. It's not up to Triple H. It's up to you. It's your job to put over that name. And that's what Gunther did. He put over that name, and now guess what? Nobody calls him Walter. Listen, everybody is entitled to disagree with the next person. But if I'm always right, there's no point of disagreeing with me. There's no point. I'm always right. So, who's my second person on this list? Obviously, it's Trick Williams. I think Trick Williams will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. We are in the Triple H era. There's no way in hell he is going to allow Trick Williams to be a mid-carder or a jobber on the main roster. If he is the face of NXT, his brand, right? He is a 2-time champion. Trick Williams is a 2-time NXT world champion. And this is the Triple H era, which means that's going to hold tons of weight on the main roster. He has no choice but to push him. If you don't, that makes NXT look bad if you don't push him. What part of this don't you understand? There's no more Vince. This is all Triple H. It's his company. So why would he purposely make his brand NXT look bad? This is no longer Triple H versus Vince McMahon. This is his company. There's no more Vince. So why would he make Trick Williams a goddamn jobber? That makes his brand look bad. That will make NXT look bad if you make Trick Williams a goddamn jobber. So far, Trick Williams has been co-signed by Booker T, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. He's been co-signed by a lot of top talent in this company. So yes, he's been groomed to be a great star on the main roster. And no, Carmelo Hayes will not be a Hall of Famer in this company. Yes, I said it. I was the first and only guy 2 years ago to tell you that Trick Williams was better. Was I wrong? No. When it comes to Trick Williams, he went on to become a two-time NXT World Champion. Carmelo Hayes never did that. So yes, that makes him better. He is the bigger draw. He has a better look. He has a main event look that Carmelo don't got. Carmelo is 5'8", and Trick Williams is 6'4". So who do you think is going to be a bigger star on the main roster? A guy who's fucking 5'8", or a guy who's fucking 6'4", over 230, who has a main event look? Let's go back a couple of months ago. Trick Williams was on SmackDown, and he tried to help out Carmelo Hayes. Remember? Carmelo was jumped by Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Man, he had the biggest pop on the show, and that was SmackDown. Remember? Trick Williams had the biggest pop on the show. That means he has star power that's going to translate on the main roster. Why? Because of that goddamn theme song. You can market him. You can't market Carmelo Hayes. I think that Trick Williams will be the next Booker T on the main roster, which means he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Now, who's next on my list? It's Bron Breaker. Now, let's go back to Bron Breaker. Once again, I'm never wrong. I'm always right. And here's why. Remember when people had an issue with his name? People did not like Bron Breaker. People did not like that name. And I was the only guy on this platform to make a video saying, what if his name change was his idea? That's what I said. I was the only guy that tried to play devil's advocate. I said, what if Bron Breaker was his name? Maybe he don't want to be a goddamn Steiner. Maybe he don't want to piggyback off his father's legacy. That's what I said. I said, maybe he wants to make his own legacy. Okay. Guess what? 2 months later, Bron Breaker had a goddamn interview on a podcast, right? And he said that Bron Breaker, that name change, was his idea. This is why Walt Clot is the best in the business when it comes to talking about professional wrestling. Because I have all the most level-headed opinions. All my takes are always level-headed. I play devil's advocate. And I think with common sense. I say, you know what? What if he don't want to be the next Charlotte Flair? Maybe he don't want people thinking the only reason he had success is because of that goddamn last name. Let's say he was named Braun Steiner. Most likely the fans will reject him. Because the fans will say, well, the only reason he's being pushed is because of his last name. Tell me I'm lying. That's what you did to Ric Flair's daughter. That's what you did to Charlotte Flair. Because of her last name, you think that's why her ass was being pushed all these years. Okay, just imagine Braun Steiner. I'm glad he had the brains to change his name because the crowd was going to turn on Braun Steiner. But yes, I think Bron Breaker will be in the Hall of Fame when he retires. I think soon he will be the face of the company. And guess what? Remember, he was a 2-time NXT World Champion, just like Trick Williams. That is a huge sign that Trick will be a main eventer on the main roster. But Bron Breaker has all the tools to be the next Brock Lesnar. He has all the tools to be the next Roman Reigns. I think that is his upside. So the next guy on my list is Oba Femi. That guy is going to be a megastar on the main roster. I think he was the main reason why Triple H did not sign Bobby Lashley. I think that's why he did not resign Bobby Lashley to a contract. Why? What's the point if you got Femi? Femi is a younger Bobby fucking Lashley. Get that through your fucking skull. Who needs Bobby Lashley if we got Femi? Femi's bigger, and Femi is a better talker than Bobby Lashley. So yes, who needs Bobby fucking Lashley if we got Femi? Femi will be a megastar on the main roster. He actually reminds me of, I don't know, Ahmed Johnson. Yes, he reminds me of a young Ahmed Johnson, but with more upside, with more hunger. A guy of his size, of course, Triple H is going to give him a monster push. So yes, I think Femi will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. He's going to be a top guy on the main roster. And the next talent on my list is Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Those two women will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done, especially Belair. Belair is on a fast track to being a top 10 female fake pro wrestler of all time. She was the first black chick to main event WrestleMania. So obviously, she will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done, and Jade Cargill will most likely be the next Beth Phoenix. Now, who is the next talent on my list? It's sexy ass Liv Morgan. To live and die in LA. It's the place to be. Liv Morgan will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. She has a great resume right now as we speak, and Liv is still young. She has more years to grow. I think this storyline that she has with Dirty Ass Dominik, this will get her into the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. That's what I think. Now, who is the next person on my list? Is Dirty Ass Dominik. I think Dirty Ass Dominik will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Why? Because this guy has evolved. The past 3 years, man, he reminds me of Jack Perry. In terms of, at least, this guy has evolved. At first, I was the biggest hater of Dirty Ass Dominik 4-5 years ago because he was a boring, bland bitch with his stepfather, Rey Mysterio, and it's all Rey's fault. The fact that Rey was trying to turn Dirty Ass Dominik into himself, I'm like, bro, he is not your son. That is the biological son of Eddie G. So obviously, of course, Dirty Ass Dominik was going to fail trying to act like Rey Mysterio, right? Because he is a goddamn Guerrero. Okay, that is Eddie G's biological son. When Dirty Ass Dominik was trying to act like Rey Mysterio, he was not over. But the moment he turned into Eddie G, his real father, this guy will now be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Hell, Triple H said that he sees Dirty Ass Dominik as a future world champion. Let's speak facts. All year long, Dirty Ass Dominik has been carrying Raw all year long, and that is a fact. It has not been Dane Priest, it has not been Seth, it's been Drew Mack and Dirty Ass Dominik. Dirty Ass Dominik has been carrying Raw all year long. So yes, I do think he should be a world champion down the line. I said maybe why not him beat Gunther for the world title? But don't have Dominik pin Gunther. Have him get pinned via a triple threat match, right? That will give Dirty Ass Dominik more heat. Just imagine a world champion Dirty Ass Dominik with his real life heat with the fans. The fans don't like him. This is why I said Dirty Ass Dominik is better than MJF. Let's try to compare these two men for the past 4 years. Which guy has evolved? His look, his character, his gimmick, everything. Dominik has changed these past 3 years. He has evolved. This guy goes from being a bland, boring ass bitch to now, look where he's at. He has a mullet, a fucking mustache. He goes from being the hard times Dominik. Remember when he was in jail? That was a great gimmick. He had a great jail gimmick. That's what I mean by he always evolves. Now he's moved on to a better character. The mullet, the mustache. What about Max? Max has never evolved. He is still the same suit wearing trash mouth guy. He is the same guy from year one. Now, yes, he is talented, but no, he's not better than Dirty Ass Dominik. He's not. I want my guys to evolve. Don't be the same guy for the past 4 years. That's boring. I think that Dirty Ass Dominik should be a champion. I don't know when. Maybe he should be Jey Uso. Why not? He needs a championship. Why not pair him up with Liv Morgan as a power couple, championship couple? Why not? Turn them into Edge and Lita. Have them be a power couple. Both have championships. And yes, I do think Dirty Ass Dominik will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. He has all the tools. He will be a world champion. I still think that Dirty Ass Dominik is the best heel in this business. Because you thought those boobs were piped in. Well, there's no more Kevin Dunn. So, where's the piped in boobs now, bitch? Those are real boobs, huh? Yeah, I told you. That's real heat. Okay? That's not, hey, yo, man, go away. No. That's not go away heat like Chris Jericho. No, bitch. That's real heat. That kind of heat where I want to pay money to see you get your ass kicked by Rhea Ripley. That's that kind of heat. That's money-making heat. Where people want to see Dirty Ass Dominik get beat up by Rhea Ripley for money. That's that kind of heat. He's a real heel. He's the best in this business for the past 3 years. I told you, hell. He was better than Roman fucking Reigns as a heel. Why? Because nobody cheers Dominik. Imagine turning heel while still being a heel. That's crazy. This dude turned on Rhea Ripley, but he was still a goddamn heel. Who does that? Who turns heel while still being a goddamn heel? That's called legendary status, bitch. Dominik will be a legend when it's all said and done, just like his real biological father, Eddie G. So, who's the next person on my list? It's Roxanne Perez. I think that chick will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Based on her age and her talent, I see it. This chick has evolved since day one. I think her ass is going to be a star on the main roster. Just wait. She is the future of this business on the main roster on Raw, SmackDown, etc. She has a bright fucking future in the World Wrestling Federation when she gets drafted. The next person on my list is Tiffany Stratton. I'm telling you, man, Tiffy, she's going to be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. The fact that she got the Money in the Bank contract in year one on the main roster, that's crazy. That's what I mean by, yes, she's going to be a megastar. She will be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. If they gave her a Money in the Bank contract in her first full year, I will tell you my dream match. I want to see Tiffy Stratton versus Trish Stratus. That's a dream match. Now, that will be a passing of the torch match. I must say this, man, the World Wrestling Federation, they have the deepest women's division in the whole entire world, man. They got tons of talent that can be the faces of the brand on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and they keep on signing new chicks. Man, I think this division is deeper than the men's division. Let that sink in. I think that the women's division in the World Wrestling Federation is deeper than the men's division. That's crazy. Who saw that coming? Yes, I said it. The women's division is deeper than the men's division. Man, we got Last Legend. We got Miss Parker. We got Julia. We got sexy ass Stephanie V. We got Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. We got Miss Lyons. We got so many females on this roster that can be main eventers on the main roster. Yes, this is a deep fucking division. So the next person on my list is sexy ass Rhea Ripley. That chick will be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And I saw this coming 6 years ago, back when she was still in fucking NXT UK. I think she was rivals with Big Booty Toni Storm. I said, nah, man, Rhea Ripley will be a bigger star than Toni fucking Storm. Was I wrong? Nope. I've been a mega fan of sexy ass Rhea Ripley ever since she was in NXT UK. The first match I saw was her against Big Booty Toni Storm for the world title. And I'm like, man, I was impressed with Rhea Ripley. I'm like, who the fuck is Rhea? I'm like, this chick is going to be a goddamn star. I felt like her ass was better than Big Booty Toni Storm. That's what I said. Was I wrong? Nope. I said that when Rhea gets caught up to the main roster, I said she is going to be a megastar. She has the it factor. You see, when it comes to fake pro wrestling, I am the best talent evaluator. I told you that look out for Trick Williams. Look where he's at. Look at Dirty Ass Dominik. Look at Gunther, the Rengalel. I told you that guy was not going to be buried on the main roster. I said he's going to be a fucking star. And look at sexy ass Rhea Ripley. You see, I don't focus on, who has the best matches, who has the best work rate. Man, fuck that. It's all about, do you have a good look and do you entertain the fans? Do you cut good promos? Do you have a connection with the goddamn fans? That's what I look for. If not, take your ass to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling and join Ricochet. And I'm done.